Hey, Scale. Man, it's weird. You showed up before like before YouTube officially went live. It's weird, Scale. It's super weird. I'm not saying you're weird. I'm just saying that YouTube's lying to me about when this stream's actually on. Hey, Zuar. Hey, Amaro. Okay. Let's see. Wait. My face is a little bit low. Yeah. All right. The Trey Breezy. Hey, White Despair. Hey guys, any new stuff going on, man? And today is the new update, so we are going to be pulling a lot. Hey Carl, the update's finally here. I know, man. I know. No birds. No, stop. Oh, hey Robert. Hey guys, yeah. Um, I hope. Okay, wait. Give me a second, Skelly, before I go there to like just sing your praises. And yo, Mark. We watching, Mark. We know you're doing a good job. Anyway, that's just Mark and his current assignment, guys. Don't mind that. Oh, hey Ty. Ooh, a lot of people coming in fast. If you notice that the Hero Academia video is no longer on the channel, that's because Shueisha struck it down. I'm hoping to re-upload it tonight or tomorrow, depending on how much time I get. I'm gonna fix it up. But Shueisha struck it down, so I hope everyone watched it before it got struck down. But otherwise, yeah. If anyone was wondering what happened, that's what happened. Let's see. Any other things to say? No, not really. Not right now. Not on that. I mean, like, YouTube is dying, but whatever. What else is new? Now, to Skelly. Now, I don't mean to brag, but my demo reel got a good reception from an industry professional. Brag. Brag all the way to the moon, Skelly. I mean, I would brag. Yeah, no, that's great, man. That's great. And yeah, Ty, hey man, a few things to report from the mic, but not much. Ooh, I love this. Tell me. No ending for this week's slime episode. Oh, yeah, I'm still behind on slime. Too busy. YouTube didn't even show my hello that came right after Skelly's. Oh, that's too bad. And hey, Speed. Anyway, we got quite a few people here. We got Viz here, so he cares about the summons. Give me a quick second here to switch my audio, because I need to be here, guys. Here we go. We're going to get great summons. 1 second. Alright, on paper, we should be getting this girl, man. On paper, everything should be fine. On paper, we should be winning. Because on paper, we have enough. Hey, Death Ray.
You want to learn some Favonia's blade work? Alright then, I'll teach you.
What's a stream marker?
I'll teach you alright. Mark my
What's a highlight video? How do I make a highlight video? Oh, I'm figuring it out. This is my first time ever using a highlight video. Alright. Whatever. How about the summon 2 trip? Oh, good luck, Scale. Here we go. There's so much. I'm excited. Alright, guys. Here we go. So, first off, we have 10,000. So let's get those very carefully converted. Let's go all the way through. We're gonna be extremely careful. We're not going acquaint. We're going intertwined. All right. Yes, intertwined fates. This is the one to do. And then we're just gonna. There we go. Excellent. 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 That's 64. That puts us at a big number. We skipped 2 banners for this. Don't do 10. Oh, and yeah, man. Yo, Death Ray, I read it today. Don't do 10? No, man, I'm gonna do 10, so that the one in the amp. Oh, that's interesting, Ty. So let me go through this and I'll read your guys's trip. Do single pulls till you get a 4-star first. Okay, fine, we'll do that. Alright, 1 pull. Here we go. Is it a 4-star? Now, I think I'm 50 in already. So we should be in a good spot. So I think, let's say 52 in. It'd be nice if we get one early. Of course, I might lose the 50-50, which will kill me. if we do lose the 50-50. We'll probably get a chance to pull again before the banner is over, but then that puts me in a pretty bad spot for Kokomi afterward. So we're really hoping to get it on the first go here. All right, this is depressing. This is extremely depressing. I really wanted a purple by now. Okay, that's cool too. That's cool too. At least we're getting the thrilling tales of Dragon Slayers. Whew. All right. Purple? No. Okay. That's cool too. That is all right. Oh, I can feel the gacha gods looking down on me. All right. This one must be a purple. Okay. Now I want the gold. Oh, hey, Miguel. Oh, great. This is actually pretty great. I was actually really worried I wouldn't get her. So yeah, actually, yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. She looks great. You know, I'm a pretty basic guy. Yeah, I'm into it. All right. Here we go. We're going into full-on 10 pull. We'll do a full... No, bird, stop. Guys, stop. All right, we'll do a full-on 10 pull here. Oh, good God. So, let's say we're like at around 60. Sacrificial Surge. Oh, I needed one of those. That's pretty good. See the strat work, Trip. Yes. Point taken, Viz. All right. Oh, excellent, excellent. Yes, I do love more of her. Okay, like seriously, I don't know what's got them going. I might have to cover them up again. Let's see. Okay, that 2 4-stars. I'm actually pretty happy with that. I hope in One Piece, and I hope Luffy don't get the Naruto cut. I don't think he's gonna get Naruto cut. I feel like this next one is the winner. I think it's coming. So we'll do another 10 singles. Because it's like, I think this is where it's going to happen. So if we can conserve before we do the full 10. So that's 1. Okay, that's 2. Also, I saw Kara pull right before the stream started. And I know that she got hers. Okay. We're actually doing pretty good on the 4 stars. We already have a lot of her. So that's 3. Yes! Here it is. Great. Excellent. Shit. Damn it. Damn it. Okay. Okay. It's desperate days now, boys and girls. It's desperate days. The worst scenario has happened, and it's the worst person it could have been. All right. No problem. We got 57 left. Now I'm going to have to do the story. Damn it. And she's old, too. I would have rather gone you. Damn it. Okay. All right. Now it's... Last time this happened, we got lucky with Hu Tao. Let's hope for another Hu Tao situation. We got Hu Tao within... okay, that's cool too. We got Hu Tao within 20 when this happened last time. So maybe we can get it within 20 again. This is pretty sad though, because it pretty much busts me for Kokomi. I don't think I'm going to be able to get Kokomi this cycle. Chi-Chi is the worst it could have been. You know, for me, the worst that it could have been is actually, it's actually, what was her name? Catching. Because I've gotten a bunch of catching before. I mean, I'm at like, I think at C1 catching, which is kind of unfortunate. I got her twice. And she always pity breaks. Alright. Okay, no gold. That's okay. That's okay. That's okay. We're good. Those little birds. Every time you do get the one you want, all for one laughs. Guy. No. And White Despair, thanks for writing so much. Like, we'll get... Okay, birds. We'll get to it. I'll get to the comments as soon as we're done with this sequence of misery. I guess that's okay. I like her. She's like an inferior copy, but I like her. I mean, it'll be funny if by the end of this we just have her fully maxed out. Yes! Yes! Thank God! Holy crap! Hu Tao power again! Oh, you know, praise Central Hospital. Oh, thank God, Boob Blade. Alright, we're here. We did it. We made it. Woo! They're just excited for the pulls is all. Yeah, man. I think they could feel it. Oh, thank God. Holy crap moly. Okay, we still have hope for Kokomi, I think. You know what would be great now? If we get 2 of her in this one 10 pull. I don't know if we will. I don't think that's likely. But you never know. Okay, you know what? Giving up hope already. We got Sacrificial Bow. That's pretty cool, though. I don't think I have a Sacrificial Bow. That's probably the last one. Alright. We won. Oh, thank God. Oh, hey, go on. Alright. Let me go check on the birds real quick, guys, and I'll be right back. We got the victory on this one. This will be an excellent highlight reel. Okay, cool. We're good. And 1 second, guys. I lost the page because looks like my computer's having RAM issues. Just give me a quick second to get it back. Let me close that as well. 1 second, guys, then I'll be able to see all your messages. Alright, cool. Oh, yo, random trainer. Actually, I've gotten really lucky on Pokemon Masters. On my first 10 pull on Lily, I got her, and on my first 10 pull on N, I got him. So I've still got 30 pulls left, and I'm pretty sure I'm getting Steven. So that's great. Alright, we're gonna I'm gonna leave that there for a while. I'm just gonna very quickly go and check your guys' comments. So I'm going back to the top. Let's see. I heard Best Genius being alive is lazy writing. Oh, not. How is it lazy writing? No. See, like, Best Genius being alive wasn't lazy writing. On paper, Best Genius being alive was actually really desperate writing, and not desperate. I mean desperate in how many things had to be written. Like, the author had to come up with a lot of justifications. That's not lazy writing. That's just, on paper, it can't be lazy writing because of how much justifications he had to put in there. Lazy writing would have been something like, oh, yeah, no, Dobby just was fooled by a fake body. No, the whole thing was much more in depth here. Like, lazy writing is like One Piece having Pell survive the bomb without us knowing how exactly he survived it, even though it was a nuke to the face. So yeah, different. That's just ridiculous. Main thing I noticed from the online community was that for whatever reason, the topic of All For One giving Shigaraki decay was popular. Counted about 8 different discussion threads on that topic. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I wonder why that's popular again. I wonder if a YouTuber probably made a video about it. Maybe that's why people are reinvigorated. Did you read? Okay, I got that. Saw that one of the animators of My Hero Academia wanted his name taken off the latest episode since they weren't using his best, which were more intense images from My Villain Academia. Okay, Ty, is this like another For Neverworld video, or like, where's like the source for that information? All For One giving Shigaraki everything continuously takes away from his villainy. Yeah, like All For One giving Shigaraki everything makes a lot more sense if you're doing like a comparison between teachers. You know, if you're talking about, yo, this isn't a battle of good and evil, or this isn't just a battle of good and evil, this is also a battle of teaching styles, because that makes more sense when it comes to early All For One. Like pre-Kamino All For One is teacher All For One. which makes more sense for, again, arguing against All Might's teaching style. Let's see. I don't need an electro character with full. Honestly, it seems like approximately 9% of people who commented into threads were certain that All For One had given Shigaraki the K, saying things like, "As far as I'm concerned, it's already canon." Oh, okay, and so on and so forth. Trip, I hope when One Piece I got that. One Piece probably isn't getting a 2-piece. No. Does Genshin Impact have Spark system like Fire Emblem Heroes and Grand Blue? Genshin has a guaranteed pity at 90 pulls, and it has a soft pity starting at 70 or roughly around that. But I think right now the thing that's the most similar to the Sparks might be the stuff for the weapon banner. Maybe can help me, Trip. The My Hero Academia just doesn't feel right. The skipping of Redestro introduction really made me lose hope. That's the unfortunate thing, skipping Redestro's introduction, because now the anime onlys are going to think that Redestro is appropriate, or like Redestro has good morals, but it's like, no, he doesn't. Kayla said, I was looking up some of my hero characters the other day and found that Koda is 6 and Eri is 7. Deku saved them when they were 5 and 6. Aw, yeah. One Piece is probably going the route of Star Wars. Let's see. Say no. Okay, it isn't the. Okay, I got that. Every time you don't get the one you want, All For One laughs. Let's see. Gotcha, need more spark. Manga chapters have been slow for the last few days. Oh, that's good for you though, Gohan. Hey, Sarge. The My Hero Academia seems to be rearranged based on the My Villain Academia arc itself. Interesting. That's not RAM issues. That's just Ball saying hello. You're right. It's okay, Trip. You got Mona on her birthday. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize. I'm gonna roll for Sarah, but I'm torn on Bell since Hydro Cube is definitely getting added to Abyss and I lack electro characters. Damn, Viz. That's rough. Gohan wants to save pity for Yai. That makes sense. At this time, well, Yai is not coming out for a while, Gohan, because like the next one that's probably coming out is Toma, and we're probably getting Ganyu rerun. So why is at this time not following the manga completely? This is one of the My Hero Academia most interesting arcs, and it feels really rushed. Well, maybe it's time to reopen the discussion of like, is there actually an issue with My Villain Academia? I mean, it'll be interesting to find out. Sorry, I'm asking you another Sonic question since you said you don't have that much of a connection to it, but I promise it'll be who wins in a fight between Amy Rose and Mount Lady? I want to say Amy Rose. Oh, sorry, not Amy Rose. I want to say Mount Lady, but I have to wait till Prower is here because Prower can probably answer. Killing Best Jeanist off to me was a worse decision than letting him live. I agree. My next fight is guaranteed, so I'm a little hesitant to use it on Ball too. Oh, interesting, Viz. Let's see. 9 rolls. Wait. Skelly said 9 rolls. That's all it took for Lightning Mommy. Oh, screw you, Scale. Screw you. That said, I've heard really good things about Ball's backstory right now, which I'm really interested about. Chris said the Black Clover chapter was okay. I didn't feel like there should have been some consequence for a Supreme Devil showing up. Could maybe be shown with Lolo coming in term with being controlled by Devil. Well, we'll have to see, Chris. Like, I read the chapter as well. Don't really remember it too well. But, you know, they could just be throwing a save here and then killing someone off later. Yeah, they skipped the part where Redestro killed the man when he low-key insulted the Liberation Book. Yep, which I think is a really incredible scene. No not spoilers out yet, Gohan. It's tomorrow. I heard he might be a 4-star. I heard that as well, Gohan, but that was like 2 months ago, so they might change it up. Redestro looks insane. The man cut off a guy's finger and sent them to be found by the news to send a message. There are 3 things I find weird about All For One potentially giving Shigaraki decay. They're not the most massive of things, but I never see anyone offer solutions when they claim that All For One definitely gave it. Did you receive the free alloy? Oh, no, not yet. Hey, Mega. Oh, you left me a question in spoiler? Sorry, man. It's been a busy day. I don't have my phone on me, so I don't have Discord readily available. And if I go on Discord on my computer, it's going to break everything again. Let's see. Yo, Kirby, if you don't ask the question here, I'll answer it after the stream's over. Thank you for letting me know. I didn't check my phone. Let's see. And Chris talked about the current chapter of Black Clover. Yep. The first thing I find weird is why All For One would simply not keep Decay for himself. With a quirk that powerful and destructive, he should have been able to kill All Might at the first bottle, no problem, especially since All Might is primarily a close-range fighter. Well, my counter for that, White Despair, is just why has All For One not taken Decay from Shigaraki? Especially if he has copying technology. So, can you answer why he hasn't taken it away? Because maybe we can find like some kind of... Because like really, you know, right now the simplest answer is All For One is stupid. Or All For One is ego driven. But at the same time, I understand why you think it's weird. Just the latest news I've heard still leans towards the 4-star. Trip, what's interesting is that if you try to cook the game, straight up says this character can't cook. Yeah, because that's like a reference to Mei from Honkai. Also, want to talk, how long do you think it will take till a Eula rerun? Maybe next year. The second thing I find weird is that Shigaraki wouldn't know about it. The theory states that the man who brought Shigaraki home that one time is all. Wouldn't Shigaraki recognize him? Not if his face was obscured, because that man came in with a hat. And you know, like in anime, hats are enough to obscure people. Ah, good. We survived, boys and girls. So, this is actually pretty neat that we got so many of her. So we have this thing, and then we have Dark Wings. I'm excited to use her. I don't Mona. Thanks, Mona. And then we got Ball, so this is wonderful. Now, what I'm really interested in is definitely... So I like that she's talking about erosion, because erosion is a thing with that Zhongli's storyline introduced, like erosion on legendary beings. The more erosion happens, the more a person loses. It's interesting that the lightning person got erosion, which is a very earth, wind, and water type thing. But neat. This is pretty much Alzheimer's. Oh, excellent.
I declare you my chamberlain. In other words, according to my judgment, you are useful to the shogunate and loyal to me.
All right. I'm okay with that, you know? Like I'm actually pretty basic when it comes to these kind of things. Great. Oh, thank you for giving me the question there, Mega. Let's see, the article I read about the animator is from comicbook.com. It even shows the original animations. Can send a link on the stream for... Oh, can't send a link. Oh, Ty, you can't send a link because YouTube censors links because they think it's spam. Ty, just leave out the .com. Just put the name of... Leave out the .com and just put in the rest, and I can fill in the .com. Let's see. What do you think would happen if the big woman and Mineta marry? Or maybe someone else that's really tall marries him? What are your opinions? I don't think anything particularly incredible happens. It's just... It's a funny visual gag. I don't see a really big potential... I don't see a potential issue on that. Had a huge girl with Eri on top of her. And Izuku and Mineta on the side. I do kind of wonder if Mineta's going to be a little bit more relevant with that one, though. That's actually what that makes me wonder. Okay, so let's see. White Despair said, prior to My Villain Academia, Shigaraki had amnesia. However, once he gets his memories back, shouldn't he go, oh, I just remember that right before I killed my family, I was brought home by the man who would go on to raise me 15 years. Well, this depends. Like, a person happens to walk beside you in the, supermarket, or like they're standing right ahead of you in the supermarket. And they make like small talk with you as they're waiting for the line. Do you necessarily remember that person afterward? Like, especially 15 years later, do you remember that person perfectly down to the details of what their face looked like? Especially if you're a little bit traumatized because you had like a little bit of a bad day. Are your memories actually fully forming there? Like in this one, the author could use passage of time degradation on the memory if he really wanted to. And for this one, like a bunch of people would probably defend the author if he did want to use that excuse. Like, White Despair, my explanation relies entirely on banking on Shigaraki not looking at the man's face well enough, and also not remembering well enough because it wasn't an important enough event for him to recall. Oh, there she is. Nice. So we got Alloy as well. Sarge, is Alloy good? Like, when I saw the leaks, they weren't really... They were just like, oh, you know, she's alright. Ulcera would be good to have, but she will show up on later banners, so I'm not really worried about missing out. I wish real life had a flashback, especially when you're doing a test. Yeah, I would love that too. I wonder if after All For One tried to take One For All by force and later users keep dying on him, he was just like, well, this is getting me anywhere. Well, what was the... Oh, Jason's not here, but like, the new information is that he tried to take it, and then he killed the users after they had passed on the quirk. Jenny's so interested to see what the situation with Ball and her Gnosis. Inazuma has been the most interested in Genshin's story I've ever been. Viz, I've seen spoilers about what's going on with the Gnosis. I just think a lot of people online act like All For One's appearance is unknown when it really isn't. There are quite a few people who know exactly what All For One looks like. All Might, Gran Torino, Shigaraki, etc. Agreed. Like, heck, even the even the anime people know what it's about. Or, oh, nice one, Ty, nice one. One second, man. 1 second. But yeah, like, even the anime. Well, if you read the comic and everything, you know what. Sorry, if you watch the anime, you read the comic, you also know the silhouette of All For One's face. Like, the amount of things that has not been shown about All For One makes it such that, well, all you really don't know is whether or not he doesn't have freckles. But I think even that, some of the panels might have shown it. Okay, what's going on here? Like, I feel like in all the flashbacks we've gotten All For One, we have enough to actually have a good idea of his face. Okay, My Hero Academia animator highlights Season 5 production problems. It's taken a while, but My Hero Academia has finally reached its big arc of Season 5. Blah, 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 blah. The whole thing... Okay. If you did not know, the series pushed forward with its My Hero Academia arc this month, and the debut has kept eyes trained on League of Villains. But in light of an animation dip, one animator is showing fans what Season 5 is missing out on. The whole thing came to light when Sakuga Brazil was pointed toward Vincent Chancellor, a freelance animator who contributes to shows like My Hero Academia. The artist did several scenes for the show's most recent episode, but it turns out they weren't done to their fullest potential. The guy wasn't happy with his drafts being butchered, and Brazil says the animator asked to withdraw credit from the new episode. I'm just looking at one of the sequences, Ty, the one with the Ochako Toga transformed. And sorry if the video starts doing a little bit worse here. Oh no, it still looks like I can still watch GIFs. Okay. I haven't seen the episode yet, Ty, so I'll have to check it out later. The person went on to say, I was the one who asked to not be credited in the episode. I usually ask for it when I feel like I'm not in control over the quality in the final product. It's absolutely not the fault of the very caring team who have treated me with a lot of respect considering the circumstances. What are the circumstances? Chancellor went on to shed more info on the episode and how Season 5 working behind the scenes. R says he knows for a fact that work carried on this My Hero Academia episode until it aired, so there was no room for redos. This is why Chancellor's ambitious cut was simplified a great deal, and the artist decided the final product wasn't up to his standard. You cannot blame the artist for wanting to withdraw his name from the credits, and My Hero Academia can only hope that Chancellor gets the chance to show off before the final arc. If not, you can find his stunning work on Twitter here. Well, isn't this the kind of situation where it would be fixed in the Blu-ray release? Like, they usually just fix things in the Blu-ray release. This isn't that big of a deal. Like, yeah, for the airing of the actual episodes sucks, but the Blu-ray release fixes it. Like, do we remember that one time that Dragon Ball Super had the really bad issue, and then they got fixed on Blu-ray? Like, this happens all the time. One thing I am happy to know about, though, is that the work is still going on with the current episodes. I like that. I like knowing that legitimately, because, yeah, no, these episodes aren't done ahead of time. And at this point, I could see potentially blaming the movie for this. You know what I mean? Because the movie, at the end of the day, if it's the same staff working on it, the movie had to be done first. And if that ultimately affected the timeline of the final production, then obviously you can really see how that would be a problem. But at this point, it's not the movie exclusively that is causing the issues with the My Hero Academia anime. Now we're moving into a spot where it's just, at this point, you could probably argue just really bad time management. What are your guys' thoughts on this, on the fact that the artist says that work is carried on until it aired? That just feels like more of the same for the anime industry, though, because like Dragon Ball Super had this problem. The third thing I find weird is All For One given Decay, then why didn't Decay activate? Decay activates whenever Shigaraki touches something with all 5 fingers, whether he wants to or not. Yet Decay doesn't activate until he's holding his dog. Since Shigaraki isn't able to control Decay, shouldn't it activate as soon as All For One puts his hand on Shigaraki? Most people claim that Decay first began to manifest when Shigaraki received a small shock when holding a ball. But if All For One did give him Decay, then why doesn't it activate until that moment? If he's manifesting his own quirk, then him receiving the shock here makes sense. However, if All For One gave it to him earlier, then why doesn't it activate until then? They're like, White Despair, to try and answer that one, I think you need to you need to go to the level of complication that Best Jeanus's survival has. Like, you need to start putting in a lot of different conditions to make this work. Like, you have to also start assuming things like there's a delay before the quirk starts activating for some people or something like that. My issue, I'm really split. I think it could go either way. I think it'd be safer just to say that Shigaraki unlocked it by himself, just because, well, no, even there, it's just like, the thing is, All For One was watching Shigaraki's life because he knew exactly where to find Shigaraki. So it's just an issue of like, was All For One waiting for the perfect moment to happen, or did he create the perfect moment? That's ultimately the final question. It's just like All For One was watching Shigaraki. Ultimately, I'm fine with either way. I just feel like this is something that's going to require a lot of rationalizations on both sides. But I feel like that third point is maybe the strongest point, White Despair. Let's see, what if All For One did something to Tenko's hair to turn white so he looks like if he was part of the Shigaraki bloodline? I don't know. That's pretty crazy. Okay, and got Sarah. I think I'm skipping balls since I need to save for anniversary stuff. But Viz, aren't we in the anniversary now? Is there actually any... Oh wait, no, I guess we're not. Is there anything worthwhile coming in anniversary? We, as the audience, want to see All For One's face, but we don't get a full form face. There are shadows on parts of his face, but yeah, otherwise, we got a good outline, yeah. We saw All For One face. Let's see, began to manifest, got that. Yeah, Ball might have pull for her if she could do physical damage with a physical build, but she seems mainly electro damage. Well, she's support. Just read Tokyo Ghoul for the third time in under a month. Definitely my favorite manga of all time. Oh, that's nice, Death Ray. I wonder if it's going to take 1 or 2 chapters for Tyre to pass the test, so he can prove himself strong enough to handle the mission. Chris, I think maybe 1 chapter to finish it, and 1 chapter for Fallout. The anime is also using more PowerPoint presentations, like images, like with Meteor versus Overhaul. Well, if they're doing that, that's 100% because they don't have time. Like, this really sounds to me like this is just bad time management on their part. And I mean, mind you, like, Japan is still being affected by COVID. Like, we are still living in slightly unprecedented times. It's just like the more unprecedented times were last year, but Japan's still getting slammed partly because of the Olympics and all that stuff, right? So overall, like, I can come up with a lot of justifications in my head as to why they're having such a horrible time with time management. All for One's face was kind of seen in the anime. White hair, red eyes. I don't know if having this physical traits were relevant to having dangerous quirk mutations like Eddie and Shigaraki. Oh, that'd be really cute. It's not cute. That'd be really cool, though, Poison Tree. I've just seen a lot of people claim that it's too much of a coincidence that a man that looks like All for One brought Shigaraki home before he manifests the K. To be fair, All for One looks like a stereotypical Japanese man. Like, let's be honest. If All for One didn't give him the quirk, it's still weird there's no copy of it. Does the quirk have plenty of psychological backlash that we don't know about? Who knows? But that's like that is like the next question. Like, why didn't All for One just take the quirk from Shigaraki? I stopped paying attention to My Hero Academia season 5 rants. They become tedious to tolerate. Unami YouTube did a video saying how the K is Deku's quirk and All for One stole it and gave it to Shigaraki. I hope not. That's pretty dumb. That's pretty dumb. Shigaraki's 23, isn't he? I think he's alive before Izuku's alive. Wait, let me just check how old he is. I think this is like data book information. I think he's in his 20s. I think he's like Hawk's contemporary, man. Oh no, he's 21. Izuku's 16. There is no way. How old was Shigaraki when shit went bad for him? I would love it if we can just get like a quick slap down for that one. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if I can find how old he was when he was first introduced into the story, but I don't see it. I don't see it on the wiki. Yeah, nah. Like I hope it's not something stupid like that, man. What do you think of the latest Vigilantes chapter? Yo, Mega. I love the imagery on Koichi. I love the build up of Koichi has been in the depths since before this guy, and it's like, bro, that was pretty cool. Would you rather date dwarf? Wait, would you rather God. Would you rather date dwarf but she'll book a grudge or goblin pyromaniac? Goblin pyromaniac. I'm not that big of a fan of All for One given to K. I like to believe that All for One was watching him all the time. She could actually just had it activate and massacre its family. All for One just like neat. If the K was something that activated the user's desire that she could actually not immediately decaying, everything makes sense. However, the K activates when he touches something with all 5 fingers. Oh, thank you, White Despair. Thank you. Okay, if Shigaraki's 5 years old, that theory doesn't work. Because Shigaraki's 5 years older than Izuku right now. It just doesn't work. Thank you, White Despair. Well, thank God that we had him here. Yeah, no, that flat out just doesn't work. There's no way that works. Well, we don't know if there are copies because the doctor did try to grab quirk canisters before it. No, my question is, like, they can copy quirks fast enough. Why didn't All for One have a copy of the K, right? That's the next big question. I think he is 21 and Deku is maybe 17. Now, if I recall, like, the thing is, the doctor was able to get a copy of Twice's quirk without taking the quirk from Twice. Therefore, he must be able to copy the quirks just by having, like, some kind of tissue sample or something from these people. Also doesn't make sense because Izuku dad has a fire quirk and Deku mom makes small things glow. I don't know how that could go into the K. Unless you say mutation. That's really the only way to go about it. The new area in the map looks beautiful. Shigaraki probably manifested his quirk at the same time Deku was born. So yeah, it can't be Deku's quirk. Yeah. So, okay, that was a... Thank God we were able to find like an easy technical win on that one. Alright, where's this new map? Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Oh, White Despair. My apologies. I've just seen a lot of people claiming that it's too much of a coincidence. Okay, no, I got that part. If the K was something, I feel like I got all of your stuff here, White Despair, because I felt like I read everything else earlier. Doesn't activate until he's holding his dog, since Shigaraki is able. Shouldn't activate. No, I already got that. Yeah, like the third thing you found weird. I think the third thing is like I said earlier, the strongest point. I think I got all your comments, unless there is some that are missing. I've just seen a lot of people claim that it's too much of a coincidence. No, I got that one as well. Shigaraki was stated to be 5 years old. The new area, let's see. Yeah, let me know if I missed it altogether, man. If Eraser had expelled 154 people, then he didn't actually teach many students. I think it would have made much more sense if he said 54 expelled. That could have worked. Let's see. Black Clover, Life Energy, let's see. Olympic is spam and also New Ruin City. There is this YouTuber who does videos of anime character having Black Air Force energy and most disrespectful characters, and he just made a video on Yujiro Hanma, and damn, that guy is something else. Well, yeah, Yujiro Hanma is like freaking awesome, man. Oh, but in like the worst ways possible. Like, I mean, like really the worst ways possible, man. Let's see. You want to hear a joke? Sure. Trip, you fool. Obviously, All For One is such a genius mastermind that he gives Shigaraki a quirk that he stole from a child who didn't even exist yet. Yo, I didn't realize that that's where his power went. Oh my gosh, that's powerful. I did like how that Ghost of Overclock was praising Koichi on how he's faster than 6 and how much his reflexes are heightened. Yeah, I feel like I hope that that's pretty much just. Oh, interesting. She looks so weird. But yeah, I hope that's just Six's. I hope that is Six's own insecurities getting to him. I think that would be pretty neat. Agumon, you get it? You get it? No. Oh, okay. Some of them didn't appear for some reason. Yeah, okay. Go ahead, White Despair. Go do that. Anyway, back to My Hero Academia's anime. Like, this is actually like legitimately very interesting. It feels good knowing that they are just really behind. As weird as it is. So guys, right now we're gonna head to the new island, check it out, see what's going on. On the way. Oh, okay. So, no, I saw these ones, White Despair. I've just seen a lot of people claim that it's too much of a coincidence that a man that looks like All For One brought Shigaraki home before he manifested the K. If the K was something that activated the user's desire, then Shigaraki is not immediately decaying. Everything makes sense, however. The K activates when he touches something with all 5 fingers. Yeah, I got that. I got that. And like I said, I find that this one is the most reasonable point. Trip, the way the islands line up. Well, one thing to keep in mind, though, is that the fact of the matter is the K didn't decay the ball, even though it had the static shock. So there was a little bit of an acclimation period before it actually activated. Oh, wait. There's an island over here, too. Oops. So the way the islands line up with the new ones make Inazuma look like a little risque if you're deep enough into the gutter. If you reveal them to stream, you should take a look. Oh, okay. Yeah, alright. I'll do that. Yeah. And you know, like, the weirdest thing about... We know the thing about doing that is that 100% gets people clicking the video, because it's like, oh my god, that looks like a real image. And it's like, well, it's a stupid idea. It's a real... Well, it's a fake image for a stupid idea. I have no problem saying it's a stupid idea. I think it's a really stupid idea.
Shudder.
Oh, no. I'm not seeing... No, I'm not seeing the second comment. I'm not seeing the second comment at all, White Despair. White Despair, do you have a weird word in it? Do you have like a word that would trigger YouTube censors? Wow, I guess YouTube doesn't like White Despair talking anymore. White Despair must be saying something interesting. Is there something about an adult touching a child? Maybe YouTube is thinking that you're promoting some dangerous ideas, White Despair. Which, you know, that's actually kind of funny if they think White Despair is promoting dangerous ideas. One second, I just saw this, so I just thought to get it. Alright, there we go. Do you think they will fit the rest of My Hero Academia into these last 3 episodes? I think it'll be smart for them to use the students demonstrating what they learned from their work studies as a recap episode in Season 6. You know, the thing is, Kayla, I think you're being a little bit too smart. Legitimately, I think you guys are way too smart for the anime, and you guys should probably start dumbing yourselves down a little bit. Like, it feels bad to me that you intelligent people believe that the anime is intelligent. From my perspective, it seems to me that the anime is going to do its own little recap episode because that's how they're going to do things. They're just going to do their recap, and then you pretty much get the... Like, with that episode, you get it however. I mean, mind you, again, it would be super reasonable for them to do this the correct way and just use that chapter as the reintroduction to the characters. But nah. They're probably just going to do their own little reintroduction and just play the game like that. I don't even know why they would do that, because that's really more work for them, but the anime has been strange. Yeah, Kayla, I think you're way too reasonable, and I think you're way too hopeful. I just can't get behind it. I don't believe in them enough. What? Wait, can't you see is 19 years old? Okay, so White Despair, so far I've just seen manifesting the quirks immediately. Yeah, I only see one line, White Despair. Manifesting the quirks immediately. So what would you think if Mineta married someone really big? Yeah, no, I really could not care less about who Mineta would marry, Mega, for this one. It would just be a funny visual gag. I really cannot care. It would just, like, I've already seen plenty of short characters married to bigger ladies, or like any other kind of variation. I feel like I've seen that. I know, you know what? I think One Piece kind of throws me off on this, because One Piece has such giant size discrepancies that I legitimately could not care. Yeah, I don't see the issue. I don't see anything spectacular about Mineta marrying someone that's bigger than him, because it's almost guaranteed to happen. Yeah, can't, I'm sorry, I can't really give you the answer you want here. I just don't care enough about it. Again, it would just be at the level of a funny visual gag. But that's about it. Heck, man, Mineta's probably not even going to get that much to do in the epilogue chapters, so we won't even get to see any funny little shenanigans. Yeah. Yeah, I just don't think, like, the author's even going to bother diving into it. I think, like, honestly, Mineta's much more likely to get together with someone that keeps him in check instead of just a giant lady. That's probably it. Like, it'd be funnier if Mineta is with someone that keeps yelling at him to be cool.
Disappear. Useless.
Oh, I'm gonna die. Probably use Barb.
Worthless.
You think Boa is a big girl? I guess she is kind of bigger than Luffy. Can't really. Yeah, still not a big deal to me. I think One Piece really ruined my sensibilities about this just because of how giant everyone is compared to each other. If Boa is taller than Luffy, I've never looked at that situation and thought like, oh, this is weird. Like Luffy's a short guy together with a big girl. You know, it's never occurred to me to think like that when it comes to One Piece. I mean, like, have you seen Boa's sisters? Like, those girls are huge. And even then, it's like, yeah, all right. Like, if Luffy ended up with any of them, I would not have any kind of problem that I can imagine. Mega Green Kirby, I don't know what you're talking about spin-off. I haven't read the spin-off. I read the sequel manga, but I didn't read the spin-off. I can't tell what it... Let's see. True, it said you're right. I still want the fantasy episode one day that is related to the second ending of season 2. Oh, Kayla, the way that you're talking, and you read School Briefs, if I recall correctly, so you must have seen the fantasy chapter that School Briefs had. Can't wait for season 6 to be ruined somehow. Oh, yeah. And when it comes around and gets ruined, I'm pretty sure Chibi will be saying that it was probably because of the new movie that came out that it got ruined. Because at this point, it's just going to be clockwork.
We can do this. Let's dance.
Oh. Ty, how does this keep happening to you? Let's see. I'm looking for Ty. I'm literally looking at My Hero Academia video. No, I got that one. Also, they removed the scene where Redestro tearing up over the death of Curious from the latest episode. Okay, got it. And I don't see any more Ty. I'm sending a meme. Oh, let's see. Boa Hankaku like waifu. I've been trying to say that based on Dream Izuku had before joint training, the case should activate immediately. Since in the dream, we saw All For One give quirks to people and they manifested immediately. No, the reason I'm going to be very careful with that is because like we can't assume similar logic. Like Skelly brings this point up a lot, but one of the times that we saw the quirks activating, one guy had like what was it, drills or horns all over his body, and then the way that quirk manifested on another person was different. Like these when All For One does a transplant, this stuff doesn't just happen like that. I do agree with you, but I think if the author comes in and he says something like, oh, there's an exception, I don't think that would be out of bounds, because exceptions are what plot twists kind of run on, right? Like for instance, Attack on Titan, as we found out, when Eren turns into a Titan, turns out there was a giant exception in terms of a very special Titan, or 8 special Titans, right? So that's what I'm kind of thinking about. Again, I see what you're saying, but just with the way that the quirks manifest differently, like there is some kind of extra weirdness going on. But again, good point. Also, wish me luck on starting One Piece. Oh, good luck, Eclipse. The math doesn't add up. 20 times 7 plus 14 more. That means for 7 of his teaching years, he did no teaching at all. He wasn't doing it to teach. He just didn't want to be a teacher. Ah, yes, I remember this. So you ever... I got that. Oh, God, there's a lot. If Deku starts an agency in the future, do you see Kota and Eri joining it or doing their own thing? I could see them doing their own thing, maybe. She's over 6 feet. He spent the time brainwashing Shigaraki. You missed my last 2 comments. Wait, Ty, I already got this, Ty. Oh, wait, I'm a little bit behind. Boar Hancock is a favorite wife of mine. I would never date someone taller than me. Yeah, I need to read the source. One Piece pairings make thingamajig so questionable. Isn't that the same thing? Especially since I like Kazuhana. Luffy can probably... I don't think a bigger girl is the same thing as being criticized. That's a disposition. Like, the big girl is a nice girl. I'm more of a Robin kind of guy. Oh, well, Gohan, we know that Oda said that Luffy can indeed inflate that part of his body. One small detail I really liked in last chapter was that you can still see the damage to Aizawa's elbow from when Shigaraki decayed it during USJ. Oh, really? I didn't look that closely. I'm still wondering how they will fit a My Hero movie in this war arc and or even in this apocalypse that is currently going on in the manga. I think they could. Like, if you think about it, they fit this thing during the internship, but then 9 situation happens before Shigaraki goes in the tube. So no matter how you look at this, they already fit 2 movies really close together. If you think about it, they fit 3 movies in the course of 1 school year. So it wouldn't be that strange for them to fit another one, right? Heck, they could fit a movie in during the crazy period if they want to. They're going to do something super like Skip Merkel's badass fight or something. To be honest, I'm kind of surprised Hancock isn't like 6'4 or 6'6. The trope called Tiny Guy, Huge Girl, 18 and Krillin's part of the trope. Oh, yeah. Thank you. That's probably the best list of all the anime characters. When One For All took and gave those guys quirks, I don't think he was transferring that one guy quirk. I thought he gave the guy a different quirk in the arsenal. Nah. Well, I guess it's up to interpretation, but when you look at it, it looks like it's the same basic quirk because it's like the same kind of thing. Like it's the same kind of patterns on the spikes. I think it's just maybe quirks manifest a little bit differently when they're transferred. I just personally think people online don't use enough evidence when they say that the fact that decay manifests shortly after a man who looks like All For One brought home. From what we've seen, there shouldn't even be a short time between him being dropped off at home and decay activating. You know, the only other way to make this work is that All For One has like some kind of delayed activation. Like he can control when a quirk activates for a person. That's really the only other way to make this work. I mean, again, I think exceptions will be the way to read this. Yeah, a YouTuber read the SBS. She was like, what? Oh, well, I mean, it's logically consistent. Couldn't All For One defeat Izuku by giving him quirks? He would probably know about the quirk limit from the Nomus. That's a little bit too smart, I think. Not a lot of characters tend to overload. Like, overload only really happens in certain situations against villains. It doesn't really happen against protagonists. How tall is the animal girl? She's a giant. She looks twice the size of a person in the crowd. So she must be 10 feet. Pre-work arc movie at the same time frame as the upcoming light novel, maybe. Of course they can fit a movie next season. Money finds a way. Money always finds a way. The movie could... Oh, hey, Terry. I was thinking of you, Terry. Oh, isn't the spin-off the same as the sequel? Oh, I got ya. Oh, wait. Are they the same? Because I remember seeing the sequel. I read the sequel back when it first came out. Like, ultimately, everything going well for Mia, I believe her name was. Like, the first Sekire. I don't know. Do you consider a spin-off a sequel? I don't think a sequel is a spin-off. I mean, now I know what you're talking about, but I don't think a sequel is a spin-off. Because a spin-off is, like, talking about different characters, whereas a sequel is following directly from another story. Anyway, not important. Yes, I've read the sequel. I read it back when it first came out, too. All For One could remotely trigger Nagant exploding. Yes. I say a movie on Vigilante Izuku could be interesting. Also, given that Lemillion and Sun Eater were in opposite classes, how didn't one of them get expelled? They both sucked until their third years. Sun Eater got last place in sports festival, for example. Oh, Terry, you're funny. All right. Great. We got that done.
If it's useful, I'll take it.
Okay. You know, I've forgotten how edgy Zhao is, guys. I mean, kind of funny that I forgot, but yeah. When it comes to the Aizawa situation, like, we've beat this one into the ground a lot. I don't think there's any point really analyzing the Aizawa situation, because, like, you know, you guys pointed it out too, like way back when. Like, it doesn't make sense that Izuku was in threat of being expelled when Toru, by all metrics, should be worse than Izuku. Because Izuku actually can do some heavy lifting, whereas the majority of those people probably can't. So all things considered... Sorry. All things considered, like, that early little bit of Hero Academia is probably the most shaky part, just by the virtues of things weren't well planned out. I'm glad that everyone's, like, pointing out the insanity with Aizawa more now, though. Because, yeah, 100% kind of need to point it out. Oh, nice. There's just a random thing floating here. This is a pretty area. I like it. Oh, damn it. Hey, did anyone ever watch the Hathaway Flash movie? I know Gohan didn't watch it, but I just wonder if anyone else watched it. Let's see. Oh, Mega Green Kirby. I'm just talking about like the issue with him expelling like 500 kids and then turning out like, oh wait, he didn't actually expel 500 kids. It's just like the numbers don't make sense when you do the numbers. It just doesn't make sense. Nothing about Aizawa's situation makes sense. It only makes sense as like just a retcon. I think a sequel can be a spin-off, but a spin-off isn't necessarily a sequel. Okay, gotcha, Mega Green Kirby. If that's your definition, I'll keep that in mind. They didn't meet Aizawa. Zhao will probably get a rerun, but wouldn't be pulling for him. I'd like to see them somehow squeeze a movie into the war or the raid. The movie could be us seeing Izuku's villain hunt before the muscular fight. We see some of the other fights we didn't see. That'd be interesting. It could be like Izuku's search for one really powerful villain. I could see that. That'd be kind of interesting. Yo, this area looks weird. What is going on? Oh, that's why it looks weird. This is a full-on place. Holy crap moly. Like, I was about to say, like, are we back in Mondstadt? Like, where did this giant island come from? Holy crap. All right. Wow, pretty. Shit. Let's see. Not interested in the Hathaway character, and I'm not... Oh, the Hathaway's Flash movie random. Let's see. Yeah, but Gohan wasn't interested. It's a Gundam OVA series random. I'll be honest. I was hoping that a former student of Aizawa's become a villain. Showed that a fraudulent explosion caused harm, but then Aizawa got popular and they had to fix it. Even before Izuku started training to receive One for All, he could lift approximately 600 pounds. Yeah. Thoughts on the genres they added in the recent The Detective is Already Dead anime? No, because I haven't caught up with it yet, man. Toru was ranked 18 and Mineta 19 on Kirk. What? How the heck did Toru beat Izuku? Ah, yes. Okay. Yeah, how did she? Like, it just doesn't make sense. Like, Mineta kind of... We saw that he could do, like, crazy squats. But there's nothing that Toru's invisibility really lets her do that Izuku can't make up for in the other competitions. Oh, so I wanted to ask, didn't that last chapter of the sequel hit you? Oh, yeah, no, for sure, Mega, man. Like, that hit me 100% in the feels. I was totally happy for the perfect happy ending, man. That was great. Hunter x Hunter is never coming back. Yeah. Just rip off the Band-Aid, man. That's cool. That's cool. But yeah, no, Mega, like 100%, man. 100%. Like, I'm a sucker for really happy endings, so I had no problem with that one. I'm just doing easy puzzles. I might have missed a Viz. Let me, gotta go and look. 1 second. Gotta see, because I'm missing a lot today. Good God.
My blade. With the wind.
Okay, good, good, good.
I can put these to good use.
Okay. I can deal with that later. For now, we're trying to get to the map.
Time to scout.
Aizawa probably thought Toru could have been super good sneaker. Yeah, but like the way, I feel like the way that was graded, just, it doesn't work out, you know? I guess I'd have to go back and look at the numbers exactly to make sure I got all my ducks in one row. Yo, Toru's had like hiding layers and layers of muscle. Okay, I need to go look for Viz's comment. Viz... Hey Trip, did you hear about how they indirectly buffed Venti? Oh, okay, gotcha. You're talking about them reducing the weights, right? Of the characters, so that Venti could have a better time lifting them into the air or sucking them in. They did mention that the run speeds were still high. So it, like, the run speeds will still allow them to... Well, the run speed would allow them to still outrun Venti's suction. I think. Or maybe Sucrose's suction. But yeah. How did Toru insert theory about her being the traitor and having multiple quirks? Maybe Toru is like the pink hair lady from Demon Slayer, just crazy strong somehow. Be honest, I don't like Aizawa at all, and he's a terrible teacher. I can't think of anything he's taught 1A and feel like they would have been better off with Lad King as their teacher. Terry, Skelly has a similar opinion. Speaking of, I honestly can't even think of what up with the CEO and what exactly is Minato planning to do with the current situation of the place. I don't know, man. Don't understand why people have hope Hunter x Hunter return. Because Hunter x Hunter has always returned, right? That's why they're hoping. Or today, I saw one of the most absurd statements I've ever seen in My Hero Academia fan base. In the recent volume, there are several sketches that foreshadow future events. It includes, okay, Vlad King is Momo and 1B is Denki Amina. He dragged them over the finish line and made them competitive with the OP 1A. Okay. I mean, yeah, he did make, like, props to him. He did make them competitive. But to be fair, like, 1B is also stacked with some crazy quirks. And they're not like, alright, so that's Watasumi Island. Looks pretty cool. I'm excited to explore it some more. Oh, I guess we should, like, we should power up our girl. And guys, I need to do the story. I haven't done any of the story for for Inazuma. And I know it's gonna be good. I know like the story for this update is gonna be really good. Let's see.
The campaign begins.
I'm not sure if I'm a fan of her voice. Not sure if I'm a fan. Something about it, man. Something about it just does not get me like excited. I think I like Lisa's voice more. I'll let you know how my tastes evolve here. Wait, what was I doing? Oh, Kayla. Okay, I missed Kayla's comment. Okay, let's dig for Kayla. There it is. Do you believe that Izuku is the heart of the class? Ida and Momo are, of course, the leaders, but everyone wanted to get involved and were worried about him. That's a good question, Kayla. Maybe in current time he's sort of the heart. It's just like Izuku doesn't really give me those vibes in general, Kayla. I'm kind of biased. But in terms of the class, in canon, the class is recognized to revolve around two people, Bakugo and Izuku. So Bakugo and Izuku together, according to Aizawa and All Might, if I recall correctly, they are the heart of the class because they force everyone else to grow. And if you look at it, like the people that Izuku isn't friends with, Bakugo is friends with them. So Bakugo has Kaminari, and no, Kaminari isn't really friends with Izuku. And mind you, in terms of rescuing people, like we have seen how these kids have tried to rescue Bakugo before. But mind you, that was a smaller sample size. All things considered, early Hero Academia, the class revolves around Bakugo and Izuku. Nowadays, I don't know, man. Like, I don't think Izuku's the heart for me, right? That's why I'm having a tough time really building an argument for it, Kayla. Okay, so, White Esper went on, Bakugo mocking Izuku before Class 1A fought him, Ochako shouting into a microphone. The specificity sketch that people are commenting about was one where somebody takes someone else who is crying by the hand through a crowd. People saw this sketch and said that was either Izuku being led into UA or it was foreshadowing the UA traitor. Huh. Yeah, I don't know. I'll have to look for those sketches. If you guys have a link for the sketches, let me know. I'll make that part easier. Are you seeing my comments? Okay, Anime Miss, let's dig around for your comments. Just think of 1A where Vlad King would be the homeroom teacher. Too effective, too effective. Anime Miss, guess Toru was that much more fit. Maybe she's actually crazy buff. Yeah, I got that one, Anime Miss. I hope what happens to Jump getting its own anime studio happens to the Negima franchise. The author's idea are too big for just any studio. Agreed. How do you think the Negima creator ranks with developing side characters? Because to me, he does it better than most manga characters. Oh no, 100%, man, 100%. Like this guy will do whatever he wants to develop those side characters. Like let's face it, those side characters, they have about the same. The style of development that he does for the side characters is the style of development that novels tend to do for side characters, in that they will revolve a novel around one side character. So you end up with something really good. Yeah, no, man. The Negima creator does whatever he wants whenever he wants, right? No, 100%. He doesn't care anymore. The man's too old. I think he's also married to like I feel like he's also married to some female manga artist, but I might be wrong. Let me just check. I was gonna say like, yeah, he does whatever he wants. Let me just check. Like, I want to make a funny note about it, but I don't know if I can. So Canon Akumatsu. Oh yeah, no. He's just married to a no name, I think. Okay, that's good. Whatever. I can't make the jokes now, but whatever. Still a cool guy. Ken Akumatsu. The man's a legend. He rules his magazine. What story ending was being talked about before? Go on, we were talking about Sekiri. I think it could have worked if... Wait, let me make sure I didn't miss anything. Izuku Captain America, the class at times. I think it could have worked if Toru said a high number when she did her chin-ups. Also change her outline to show she's more ripped like Mirko. Then strong the base Izuku without one for all. Okay. I was thinking about a manga anime recently that I thought was a disappointment. The Yuna and the Hot Spring ones. Oh, buddy. Yeah. Did Horuka speak about Kirishima being the heart of the class? I think I remember in the author notes. Yeah, from if you were to tell me, like, yo, Trip, or if you were to ask me, do you... Oh, yeah, actually, yeah. If you told me Kirishima's the heart of the class, I'd be like, yeah, you know what? I feel like Kirishima is the heart of the class. I would 100% agree with that. Because in my mind, I see Kirishima, and I see, like, just sheer passion from him. And he's not like Izuku, who is, like, super powerful. Kirishima's, like... Kirishima's the heart because he's so weak, but he still tries so much. Like, it's a different dynamic than Izuku. Because, like, the thing with Izuku is that Kirishima is trying to always do his best, whereas Izuku is the kind of person who is so... Izuku's heart is so weak that Izuku would give up his quirk and give up everything that All Might's done for him just because he feels bad for Mirio, right? Like, yeah, I think that's how I would go about it if I had to make arguments for it. For me, I find Izuku to be too emotionally weak, whereas Kirishima, who is legitimately weak and has so many deficiencies when it comes to his self-worth, is trying to do his best, and he gets along with the other people well enough, and he's passionate. He's super passionate about the things that he really enjoys, and he's a little bit louder than Izuku. I gotta be careful because Izuku's passionate about things too, but it's just like Kirishima's, to me, feels a lot more it feels more real to me, only because Kirishima has much more normal problems compared to Izuku. I would be totally okay saying that Kirishima is the heart of the class. Heck, I'd be really okay saying that Suyu is also the heart of the class. Just because she's adorable. I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of biased. Would I say Ochako is the heart of the class? I think Ochako has kind of soured me on it a little bit. Like, I don't think I can say Ochako is the heart of the class. I feel like Shoto is a little bit too introverted to be the heart of the class. But, like, Kirishima's manly passion and Suyu's general concern. And when, yeah, you know what? When Suyu cries like, when she feels bad about her comments, it's like, yeah, Suyu, actually, you feel bad about the things that you said, unlike Ochako, who pretty much just said something about not going after not going after Bakugo, and then had everything disregarded. Except for the note about Izuku, don't touch Bakugo because he's gonna be upset. Which, really, when you think about it, you know what? That's another point for why Kirishima would be the heart of the class. Yeah, I'm talking myself into this. Oh, yeah, Gohan. I remember what you mentioned about that one. Also, I'm still going to be keeping that baby in mind. Mark my words, Shigaraki causes a massive amount of destruction and death in the near future. I'll be commenting this baby being foreshadowing. Well, that's... I mean, that's kind of lame, though. Like, it's guaranteed Shigaraki's gonna cause destruction, right? That's not fair. That's not fair, White Despair. That's not fair. But yeah, sure, man. Yeah, Hody says Kirishima and Kaminari shared the status of the heart. Oh, Kaminari. Well, you know what? You know what? I'm okay giving that one because Kaminari is the only one so far that's actually talked of a genuine matters of the heart. So I can appreciate that one. Yeah, I can appreciate that. Can definitely appreciate that. Has any character in Moonlit fans changed their opinions about them so far in the anime? No. No. Because my problem is significantly with Makoto, and I know enough about Makoto's trajectory that there's a good portion that I still don't like Makoto for. Oh yes, Gohan. That'll be great. Like I still like the girls, but to be fair, Gohan has told me some stuff about what happens in the future with Moonlit Fantasy that makes me feel a little bit better. But man, Makoto is still just a giant prick. Oh, good point. Yeah, like Izuku was easily manipulated. Izuku and All Might are too easily manipulated, in all honesty. Like we know why Gran Torino had to be there to help All Might, because at the end of the day, All Might couldn't be trusted to not let All For One get under his skin. Mind you, All For One should be good at manipulation at this point, because it's like the guy's been alive forever. You kind of want him to be good at manipulation. Death rate, are you talking about like the death being reversed? Is that the controversy you're talking about? Let's see. Oh yeah, Gohan. I emailed you the books, but I think the file size was too big, and then I didn't email them to you again after noticing. So just give me some time and I'll figure out how to get them over to you. Maybe I'll send them over tonight. Sorry man, I kept forgetting after failing the first time. Oh Chip, a YouTuber I watched recently uploaded talking about isekais. The topic was problematic versus generic. Oh, that's interesting. I'm assuming that, oh no, Redo of Healer isn't an isekai. Problematic isekai versus generic. Huh. I wonder. I laugh a little bit just because like on the Western market, it's nothing but Western problematic isekais. There's nothing but problematic. When it comes to like the really popular ones. Izuku isn't dumb. He's still a kid. Fair point, but okay. So Kayla came in on the defense. Watch people die almost in front of you can impact you. No, 100%. It can impact you. I guess like stupid is too big of a word, but I don't think Izuku is. Okay, you know what? Wise. I think Izuku was unwise, and then Kayla, I think that would fit better because if you say Izuku is unwise, wisdom comes with age. So I think we could both agree that Izuku is unwise, because that's the better word. At the end of the day, I think Izuku did not make the best options, but I don't think Izuku makes good choices in critical moments. Like again, like the whole thing with Mirio, I think was a really terrible choice. So much that you had to have Mirio come in there and talk. But that was like another that in particular was an issue that comes out from Izuku's lack of self-confidence. So you know what, I'll change that, Kayla. That was a bit too mean of a word. I'd go for unwise. He's just not wise. Like, All Might similarly isn't wise either. He, wow, this is depressing. Like, the guy's too, he's got tunnel vision in another direction.
This weather is a hindrance. The thunder drowns out all other sounds.
Oh yeah, Gohan. That was the plan. Great. I'm glad you're not bothered. Oh, goodbye, Eclipse. Yeah, Death Ray. For Death Ray, honestly, Gaja is his name, right? He is such a minor character that I really don't care. Like for me, it doesn't matter. Just because if it's like a minor character dies, a minor character dies. Like whatever. Like the ones that matter are the big characters that we've been with for longer than Gaja. So I personally don't care. and I'm all for any kind of idealistic kind of response. Like, this is another thing for me. I don't chase people dying. I actually really enjoy it when characters survive because I like seeing characters happy. So I really don't need any kind of death. Like, if you can save a character by doing the most crazy shenanigans, like how you did Best Jeanist, honestly, I'm not going to care. I will actually be really, really happy. So I'm not the best. I'm not the best to talk about, like, I'm not the best to ask for opinions about will this death enhance a story. Like, yeah, some deaths can enhance a story, but I don't necessarily need to be enhanced in that particular direction. That's just kind of my own personal style. Yeah, well, Gohan, you see, Gohan and I, we are isekai connoisseurs, and me and Gohan, we understand how this game goes, right? Like, the thing with isekais is that most of them, if you look at the first 10 chapters, you can say they are generic, but most isekais gain their unique factors, like, after the first volume. That's when they start doing their own unique things. Because, like, the thing is, one thing people don't appreciate is, like, the actual mechanism of an isekai is just a really good introduction tool. Like, it's an easy way to get someone into the story. Like, audience surrogate is a powerful effect. That's why isekais still run rampant. At the end of the day, it's just an issue of a lot of people don't give isekais a chance to let them get to their unique factors. Like, heck, I think Death March is a really good example of this. Just because I think Death March's unique factors start after where the first season of Death March doesn't get to where I think the best part of Death March begins. And that's just because some isekais take a while to get started. Did you know Mother of the Gods is called English dub? I'm shocked considering them canceling the dub for interspecies reviewer. Yeah, but Mother of the Goddess's Dormitory, from what I've seen, isn't as explicit. Like, yeah, I know it has an uncensored version, but there aren't actual acts of sex being simulated in any which way. Like, I think that's where the drawing line is. There's just not any active sexual acts happening. It's just like basic to love Rue level shenanigans. Okay, I'm looking for someone's comment. What about that comment I did a bit above? Okay, so that's Kirby's. God. Kirby, I don't see your comment. Oh, wait. You talking about Sekire? Yeah, no, I answered that one, Kirby. I don't know what the CEO is thinking. Like, I don't know what's up with that guy. He's just weird to me. Like, I just don't bother thinking about him anymore. Harem stuff usually is a mix of showing stuff and doing Fade to Black. Yes, Gohan, we know about that because we've talked about that. Death Ray said, I made a comment on a Forever World video about enjoying new fans reading Eden Zero, and I'm getting is annoying people talking about power of friendship and it being a fairy tale clone. What can you do, right? Like, that's just like the basic argument. Eden Zero is totally fine with the problems Eden Zero has are not the problems that Fairy Tail had, if you want to call them like that. So it's not really a Fairy Tail clone. I think people don't understand that this is a guy who works within the genre. Like, I don't know what else to, like, well, you can't really do anything about it, Death Threat, because you know how this happens. Like, one person says it, then everyone else just kind of dogpiles. All Might tries to live up to the naivety he holds from childhood. We'll see with Fairy Tail. Many got soured on how the ending was handled. I'm thankful for isekais. How not to summon a demon lord is what I eventually found Trip from. Oh, nice. Yeah, all isekai will separate each other as the story goes on. Now that Izuku is back, I can picture the kids asking what he can do now. And he says, I'm faster than a speeding bullet, and he can leap at buildings in a single bound. There's one where the gods and the goddesses don't interfere. There's others that do. Some good ones, some bad ones. Just varies with that aspect alone. I agree with Trip. That thing at the end of not to summon demon lord got way off too easy. Yeah, I agree. That uncensored was mostly for that one episode. Oh, hey, Z-Killer. I like the status effect isekai. It's similar to Moonlit Fantasy in terms of the goddess in both being evil. Yeah, Gohan, I think with like Moonlit Fantasy, what you're going to find out is that the goddess is just immature. Like, she's just immature, and she has, I think she has abandonment issues. From what I read about the whole situation with the guy's parents, it sounds like the goddess took it, like, she took it really bad when the parents left her world. And, like, honestly, like, the parents I still think are, like, just pretty irresponsible. Let's see, and yeah, Terry agreed. Let's see, yeah, and the part about Minato, who was Natsuo talking to Yume? Maybe Yume. I'm not too sure about those parts. Like, the thing is, like, I stopped caring about Minato at the sequel just because, like, okay, it's just gonna be a happy life. I just don't see, and because, like, Sekiri is not continuing, I just don't have any real, you know, like, I'm not passionate about thinking about it too much. It's just gonna be like a regular harem of them living together. Black Clover has aspects of Fairy Tail, but it does things much better, especially side character stuff compared to other shonen. What things does it? I think Fairy Tail does side character stuff much better. I think Fairy Tail is significantly better with side characters. Like, Fairy Tail is the only manga where the author will come in and add extra material to the anime, so that, like, with Fairy Tail, the definitive experience is 100% the anime, and you don't really have that in other series. But Fairy Tail, like, if you follow the Fairy Tail canon, if you follow the Fairy Tail manga canon, you're ultimately not getting the author's preferred canon. I don't like when an author hypes up an all-out Hail Mary attack and then hand wipes the proper consequence away, especially when it feels insultingly cheap. Yeah, I agree. I like seeing consequences. Are there any anime or manga that has a main male MC that has a female rival? Maybe Chivalry of a Failed Knight. That's get a confirmation from Gohan on that one, but maybe Chivalry of a Failed Knight. Are there any rivals for Issei in High School DxD? I'm trying to think. Like, irregular Magic High School probably wouldn't do it. No. Dungeon Girl. So, how to not pick up girls in a dungeon. Technically, Eyes is both a love interest and a rival, because Belle wants to catch up to her. So that's probably, like, another one. I can't think of the manga. I don't like when an author... there's a rival in the recent drama anime and manga. Those Snow White Notes. Like, he technically has a female rival, but she isn't, like, the principal rival. The parent stuff backstory is terrible. I just don't think should have written that. Fan wiki comment section is really nasty. Did we get spoilers? No, Naruto, we didn't. I enjoy the side character Black Clover more than Fairy Tail. Oh, that's different. Don't get me wrong. I like Fairy Tail. Just for me, Black Clover. Oh, okay. That's different. Valley is for Issei. Yeah, but there's no female for Issei, like, in terms of rivals. Like, technically, he's you know, they got the rival groups, but those rivals are more for Rias. Let's be honest, I love Fairy Tail, but we will not remember many characters out of Fairy Tail Guild, the Sabertooth and the Blue Pegasus Guild. Oh, I can tell. Well, let's play the game. Let's play the game, Kayla. So, Fairy Tail Guild members, I can remember everyone except the C list. I remember Lackey, because she's like the wood mage that didn't really get a lot of time. I can remember like everyone in Fairy Tail A and B for sure. Sabertooth, so that's pretty much Sting, Rogue, Minerva. Oh, I forget her name. Yukino, maybe? Oh, Mermaid Heel. I remember Mermaid Heel. So, because I remember that Kaguya had, like, her issues. And then the cat girl was there. I can remember the villains. So, you have Ultir, because Ultir was amazing. You have Melody. And then there's Jalal. Well, Jalal is always around. So, Mermaid Heel. I remember the Cerberus Guild, but maybe not that much. Then there's the girls that came in with the final arc. So the micro girl, the one that can change people's size, I forget her final name. And then there was there was that other lady. God, my words. There's the demons. I forget their names. Dang it. If I saw their names, I'd be able to tell you who they were. But I can remember the villains. I can remember probably Oración 6. So I remember Angel's story was pretty interesting. So there's Angel, Cobra. Was there any other female in Oración 6? I think she was the only one. Is Midnight? No, I think Midnight was a guy. So Z-Killer, when I think of rivals, think of someone the MC goes back and forth with in strength. Wouldn't be Bell and Eyes. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough, fair enough. I just don't know if there's like a lot of hot-blooded rivals when it comes to male-female. I can't think of a lot of hot-blooded rivals. Yeah, I never really cared for Yukino personally, Mega Green Kirby. But yeah, for Fairy Tail, it's pretty much I can see the villains in my head, and their faces and their designs. I just can't remember their names at some point. Oh, Irene was really good. I remember Irene. She's still a factor. Well, the thing with me, like Bell and Eyes have clashed enough that I appreciate it. Like, you know, when we had that whole situation with the Xenos, Bell and Eyes clashed enough that it. Yeah, I get what you guys are saying. I get what you guys are saying. I feel like it's still kind of a little bit of a rivalry, but definitely a different kind of rivalry. Just because like Bell's whole power set is based off of his wanting to get to her level. Then again, a lot of rivals you want to get to their level too. Whoa, what just happened? Holy crap moly. Did I get launched? Ah, so this is the end of the world. Excellent. This is a cool place. Alright. Wow, this is terrible. Alright. This is a depressing world. Wow, there's a lot of stuff to explore. Okay, so Viz told me to look at the way that these islands line up. What am I supposed to be looking at here, man? I thought rivals were people competing for the same goal, not pushing each other. I heard someone say it doesn't apply to Goku and Vegeta as they want different goals. Oh yeah, Ravengale, I don't care. I remember Flare, but I don't care about Ravengale. Raventail for sure. Oh, I remember Mavis. But yeah, I remember Quattro. I remember Quattro Cerberus. I just forgot to mention them, but fair enough. Let's see. So back to Chris. I thought rivals were people competing for the same goal, not pushing each other. I heard someone say it doesn't apply to Goku and Vegeta as they want different goals. You think the problem, Chris, is that it really depends on how you define rival within your series. For instance, in Hajime no Ippo, you know, they're all fighting in different weight classes, but you could say that they're rivals because they all want to reach the top of their respective field, right? And like, there's other areas where you can see diversity of rivals. Like, for instance, in like, I guess Time Paradox Ghost Rider, rivals were pretty much just people in the manga with you. Like, you want to one-up them. Mind you, that one's more competing for the same spot, but you're ultimately competing with different works. So it's like, you know, one person can have the thing to be like the best sci-fi manga, whereas the other person can be the best fantasy manga, which is slightly different. It all depends on how you define a rival within a series, honestly. Like, if Bell goes out and he says that Eyes is his rival, then it doesn't matter what everyone else says. To him, it's his rival, right? That's just ultimately how it goes down. I think there should be... I think there should probably be like some degree of commonality in the final goal, though, to really make the rivalry make sense. I mean, because otherwise you have to say something like, oh, yo, you know, you go be the best of your field and I'll go be the best in my field, and then in 5 years, let's see who's the best overall in their field. Can you get to the top of your field before I get to the top of mine? That would be like a way to make a rival that doesn't necessarily have the same goal, but again, it all depends on the rhetoric of the series. Death Ray. That was the question I was waiting for. Which Oracion says are you referring to? I'm referring to the Fairy Tail one and the Eden Zero ones. Dekubaku, for example, count because they both want to be #1 hero. Wow, became the Wilhelm scream of anime. Let's see. Now rivals can push each other as well. Good example is High School DxD. I understand you being okay. Minato will get what he wants, and that's why you disagree. But please, he got made the person in control of the new secret. What is the new plan going to be with the new people? Just having the secret and their destined ones, and that's it, or what? Yeah, pretty much. Like, well, I don't see what the problem with that would be. Like, just go for the perfect, ultimate happy ending, right? Everyone gets to be with who they want to be. All the deactivated secret get to go back to who they want to be with. Do eyes like Bell? Could it look because Bell versus the Minotaur is the better rivalry? Oh no, Bell versus the Minotaur probably is the more passionate rivalry, like the most traditional rivalry, because that one's gonna end in the Minotaur dying most likely. But I feel like at some point Eyes won't want to lose to Bell. I feel like, and when you get to that point, that is kind of a rivalry. Okay. God, I can't zoom out anymore. Draw an outline. You gotta be really in the gutter. So draw an outline around the islands. I don't know, man. Is this a person's head over here? Then you gotta see the rest of the outline. Yeah, man. I don't know. I don't know if I can go that far into the gutter, guy. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if I can go into the depths. The best rival is the unknown one, like Ant-Man for Iron Man. That "who are you" line still cracks me up. Goku doesn't even consider Vegeta is the only one-way thing. Draw an outline of the island as if they were connected. I'll have to do this later, man. I don't think I can reach those degenerate depths right now. I'm not that kind of guy, you know? One of my favorite rivals done right is Ash vs. Paul. Agreed. In SL World is one of the main rivals a girl. Oh, SL World. That's an old one. Haven't seen that one in a while. Wait, is Secret going still? I thought. Oh no, Z-Killer. It ended years ago. But the active number is going to keep going up exponentially. Well, good stuff for the future. That reminds me of Ruby and Sapphire's rivalry. The first to get all their gym badges, contest ribbons, and be back at Sapphire's secret base while trying to beat Red's record. Eyes also wants to give Bell lots of lap pillows. That focuses specifically on the Inu's. Okay, gotcha. I'll investigate later. I'll put on all my intelligence to try and get this. Mark my words, Orochion says in Mashima's next world will be a grocery store run by gender swap Erza and Jalal. That'd be hilarious. I'm glad we got that. We did good. What time is it? Alright guys, I think I'm going to call it in 5 minutes. Call it an easy night because tomorrow's going to be long. Any predictions for tomorrow? Are we going to see a person crying going through the crowd? Probably going to be Izuku's mom. But yeah, guys, give me your predictions if you got any. Tomorrow's going to be probably a crazy day. Oh, carrots. Whoever lives here is very kind. I watched the anime a while ago, then found it totally different from the manga. Same with Rosario Vampire. Yeah, that's a different era. Back in that day, the harems got screwed over pretty aggressively. Though Rosario and Vampire got screwed over a lot, because like Rosario and Vampire was a little bit weird. It might just be me since I've been enlightened already, but I can't see how you're not seeing it. Damn it. And here I thought I was a degenerate. Damn it, Viz. I'm sorry. I find it funny in the dumbass spin-off, I believe Bells wants to be like Bet. I mean, I can see why she would think that, right? I can see why. Not exactly there, but I get it. Yeah, this looks like hell. Wow, this is a really interesting place. I think I would like to have a vacation house here. Vacation house at the end of the world. Let me think of a better isekai title. I have my vacation house at the end of the world, and I'm living the slow life at the end of the world. No, there has to be a better, like a much more intense word for end of the world that just kind of encapsulates it. House on a wasteland? Ah, no, wasteland has done too much. Not sensational enough. Good night, Matt. Oh yeah, anniversary, Steven. Oh, nice. Let's see. Let's see. Momo will confess her love to Mineta, and they'll have the power of OTP for the rest of the series. Terry, you know I pray for you every time. I want you to be right on this one. Which manga or novel do you want to have anime? For me, it was Isekai Oji-san, and got my wish granted. Which manga or novel? I would love my novels to get an anime. But no. Let's see. Probably Pokemon Special. I think I'd be really happy with Pokemon Special. I think that would reinvigorate interest in. I think that would like bring in all the old fans, and I think Pokemon Special is really good, just for dealing with more of the logistics of Pokemon, and just more interesting character interpretations. So I think I would enjoy Pokemon Special being made into an anime. Oh yeah, anniversary Izuku. Let's see. Going to be busy tomorrow, but I'll try to make it. Thank you, Terry. I know this might be my thoughts, but Basura power-up gives him more value than Issei Booby's power-up. I feel the content fan service with overdoing it. Basura, Angel Demon, Issei, Dragon Gear. Gotcha, going rogue. Gotcha. I personally, you know what, going rogue, I like Issei's boob power-ups just because I find them really funny. That's probably how I fall on that one. What about Bakugo's mom? Also, I like how you said, that's great things for the future. In all honesty, I preferred Rosario Vampire anime more than the manga. What about, you mean Bakugo's mom crying in the crowd? I mean, maybe. She might be the one pulling in Inko, if Inko's the one. I meant to mention earlier, but Shonen Chill might have some content-worthy stuff to react, so we can save that for tomorrow. Gotcha, Viz. I'm expecting them to confront Izuku and his mom to cry, and he passed out again, and we get a 3-day time skip from Izuku sleeping, and he finds out All Might died. Relaxing at the Abyss. Oh, that's a good one, Terry. Relaxing at the Abyss. Yeah, that's a good one. That's a really good one, Terry. I'm gonna write that one down. You never really know. You gotta have catchy titles. That time I got struck by lightning and now live a slow life at the edge of the world. Rogan light novel. It was more of a hentai than actual story. DxD hasn't gotten to that point. Inko speak up. Uraraka scrubbing Izuku's back in the bath. I have to ask you. I really have. You're writing a book, right? How do you decide, invent the names for characters? Yeah. The names are really tough. Actually, like for a few of them, you could probably tell what I was watching that week if you look at the names for some of the characters. Because, like, sometimes, it's usually the side characters that I have a trouble with. And with the side characters, it's like, I named one character after Diona from this game because I happened to get Diona that day. And, like, I named, two other characters after some reality show I was watching just because sometimes some characters don't need to have meaningful names. Other characters, I kind of just, whenever I go to sleep, I'm always thinking about it. Like, I'm always thinking about my stories. And it's like, this is part of the reason why I have a little bit of insomnia. Just because I spend 3 hours tossing and turning in bed because of it. But I kind of just sit there. And sometimes I just hear a name in my head. Like, sometimes I'm just, like, working out the dialogue in my head. And the name just pops in there. And then I have a book next to my bed. So I quickly write down the name. Get as much of the syllables as I can. And, like, keep playing with the name. So a lot of times the characters just kind of end up with a name that just came to mind. Those are the ones that tend to have the more fantasy-ish names. Sometimes, like, if it's important, I'll look at sometimes if it's important, I'll look at the meaning of a name, but like right now it's not. Yeah, so that's kind of my approach there. If they're not important, I'm just gonna name them after whatever reality show trash I was watching that day. And if they're important, then their names will come to me in a dream, quite literally. Either a dream or like an insomnia fueled daydream. That's probably how I go about it. There's a bunch of manga I want to see anime for. There's also 2 I follow are getting anime next year. Hey, real fast everyone, with the parents there, whose parent do you think we'll finally get to see? Mineta's? Maybe Mineta's? Really, an anime that started with the anime, then read the manga. If they did an anime based on Pokemon Special Adventure, it'll be interesting. It's been so many years that I've lost interest in wanting an anime for Pokemon Special. Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to happen, but if it does, I'll be happy. And there's that other isekai that's getting an anime that I didn't find out till recently. They say Pokemon Adventure is the original vision of Satoshi had for the franchise, a more mature version. Well, that's interesting. Anyone remember the anime Queen's Blade? I remember it. I got into it because of reasons, but I actually got interested in the characters. Weird, huh? Same with the anime Iki Tosen. Ah, yes. There's another story that does Opie power up, and it uses the original idea that the author wanted for his story. Faraway Paladin is getting an anime adaptation, which is an isekai actually. Like, okay, meant Baku's mom having any sort of reaction. I don't know. It's hard to say with her, just because, like her, she always has reactions. So when it's actually serious things, she gets serious. I'm not sure if she won't. I think she would be serious. It's another isekai one near, but I don't know about that one. Reviewing for harem genre stuff isn't worth reading. Oh, reviews for harem genre isn't worth reading from my experience. The fact that they're making an anime based off an isekai video game on the Switch is something. Yep. They always get reviewers that don't like the genre. I felt with people in comment section of mangas on all sites all the time. Baki father need to fight Goku. Yeah, I think he would have a great time. Viz, no, don't tell me. I don't want to know. Don't tell me, Viz. I'm looking forward to part 2 of 86. Me too. The Eminence of the Shadow is the one of the manga getting an anime next year. And there's the harem, the other anime getting an anime. Trip named the new side character Pikachu. Guess he saw the new Pokemon episode this week. Well, no, man. You can't put copyright stuff because you might get in trouble. Mineta, Momo, Kirishima, and Kaminai's parents are all the parents I want to see. I would like to see Toru's parents, actually, as well. I see Izuku being able to relax and comfort with his friends, and we get a glimpse of what the villains are up to, like Shigaraki or Toga. Maybe that female electro hero from the beginning of the second movie is Kaminari's mom. I mean, the costume look and the quirk. I don't know. I say that, but watch Kaminari's grandpa will be there, and Saitama, he hasn't aged a bit. Shinjo no Nectar is the manga I was talking about, the MC using the original idea of the... Okay. Gotcha, Gohan. I'm not Googling it, if anyone's wondering. I'm most certainly not Googling Shinjo no Nectar. I'm most certainly not looking at it right now. I'm most certainly not looking at the first chapter. Oh, you know what? Record of Ragnarok came out today, like the next chapter. I gotta say, man, I'm really rooting for Buddha here. Like... You know why I like my good old Buddha, like kind of rooting for him. Really want to see him win. Oh, nice random. Didn't you see the 4 coma? Suppose Toru's parents are both invisible like her. No, I didn't see the 4 coma chapter. Shinju is isekai with boob power up. Oh, Wise Man's Grandson manga is still going. Ah, yes, it is. I think it is, right? It should be. What a cool place. Very depressing. Can't wait to do stories here.
Whoa!
Oh, this is weird. It's frozen. That's so weird. Oh my gosh. Yeah, super weird. What a crazy place. This feels so depressing. Holy. I hope there's creepy storylines in this area. Alright, no need to go down there. What are the events? Let's see. So, Oh, we went for longer. Yeah, guys, let's start wrapping up. We only saw Monoma, Tetsuya, and Shime, so maybe they're the only One Piece students that survived. Only the OP lived. Ah, no, they're all alive. Kenji the Mac, let's see. I read the first chapter, didn't click with me. Might give it another chance. Let's see. I need quirks to be more explained. More of a person has a fire quirk. Can someone from another family have the same firepower? I think so. I'm surprised the manga for Bobo is still going so many years after the anime had that weird ending. Ready to start fishing? Oh, you're right. I should be doing that. Good point. That's kind of scary. I agree, Viz. I agree. Gotta question if it's wrong for heroes to be self-sacrificial like Izuku. If they want to put more time like Endeavor compared to Ryukyu, is it wrong to do so if it's their choice? I don't think it's wrong to do so, but I think Endeavor is capable of a better work-life balance than Izuku. Like, at the end of the day, like, Endeavor was being relatively self-sacrificial in another direction. It's just, like, I think the issue is when it goes too... You can be maybe self-sacrificial, but maybe not self-destructive. I think when you go towards self-destruction, that's when the problem really begins. I saw that. Let's see. It's only depressing because you haven't built your house or cut the grass, man. Oh, you're right, Terry. Terry, you're so cool. You're so cool. Yeah, that'll be like the first thing that the character does. Probably like cut the grass and, you know, make a chasm in the middle in the meantime. Let's see. I want... Oh, Mary Kirby asked, what's your opinion on Monoma with Eri? I thought it was really cute. I thought it was funny that the darkness of Yue was the one taking care of her. Like, I thought that was really cute. Let's see. Alright, cool. So, guys, with that, we'll be back tomorrow. I hope you guys all have a great time. We will be back in chatting. A Soccer Stan account made a most ugly character in Bojo poll on Twitter, and she was #1 pick. The internet's hate for her knows no bound. Nice. Endeavor is more family sacrificial, yeah. The character takes the grass and puts them in his pillow, so it's not only soft but smells nice. I bet it smells nice. It must smell like ozone. Anyway, yeah, guys, gonna start saying the good nights. Good night to Animamus, Chris, Mark. You do good work, son. Good night to Viz. Good night to Terry. Good night to Death Ray, Going Rogue, Robert, Gohan, John, Ty, Z Killer, Terry. Am I missing anyone? Random Trainer I know was here. John. Yeah, there's 26 people here. AN683, good night. Mineta Momo OP, of course. But yeah, guys, thank you so much for being here, and stay safe. Yeah, I bet you do, Mark. And let's see. Hope you take a look at the Isekai video I mentioned. Yeah, random. I got Espirito Googled here. Oh, and good night to Kayla. Yeah, guys. Have a good night. And till next time. Ending the stream in 5, 4. Miguel. There we go. And White Despair as well. 2 and 1. Till next time, everybody. Ending the stream now. Wait, someone's comment. And seeing Ochako be pushed to the side. That'll be hilarious. Alright, ending the stream for real.